Hi, I'm Kyle Ulrich, Senior Vice President of Public Affairs for FAIA.
And I'm Laura Pierce, Vice President and General Counsel for FAIA.
First, we're here today to thank you for agreeing to participate in FAIA's annual legislative fly-in. It's incredibly important that you all come to Tallahassee and voice your opinions to elected officials. Laura and I, on a daily basis, advocate on your behalf in the Capitol. But for legislators to see you, their constituents, come to Tallahassee is meaningful. It means that you care, that what they're doing here in Tallahassee it matters, and that you're watching. And we, on a consistent basis, whenever we're meeting with elected officials, try to make the connection between us, the association, paid employees of the association, and you, our members, and how things that elected officials are doing here in Tallahassee affects you. So we have to thank you for coming and joining us and advocating on behalf of you and your industry, because it is extremely important. There was a lot of thought out there that this year might be a light session. 2 years ago, we did a big property insurance reform bill. Last year, we did PIP reform. And we thought, okay, maybe this year will be a little light. We'll take care of some small issues here and there. And that is not the case. There is a lot of stuff going on here in Tallahassee. And so there will be plenty of issues for you to talk to your elected officials about when you come here.
As Kyle said, it's going to be an extremely busy session. Actually, we're tracking over 100 bills that affect insurance agents or the insurance industry in general. Those bills are found on a bill tracking chart that we have posted on our website, and the chart is divided into various subject matters. So if you're looking for particular bills regarding property insurance, workers' compensation, health insurance, you can find descriptions of those bills on that chart in those subject headings, and then you're able to click on the bills themselves if you actually want to read the bill language. So we've got that available for you to look at before you come to Tallahassee.
Yeah, and it absolutely would be helpful before you come to Tallahassee to take a look at that, just to familiarize yourself with some of those issues. But for many of you, you've attended the fly-in previously, and there are many of you, though, that are first-time attendees, so we want to give you an idea of what to expect when you get here. The first day of the fly-in, we'll provide you with what we call an issues briefing, and we will go in-depth explaining all of the issues that are going on here in Tallahassee, and provide you with information about the bill sponsors and who's doing what and why, and important members that you need to meet with. Some of those issues that we're going to be talking to you about are those that you've probably seen in the newspaper. Probably the biggest is citizens, the efforts to continue to reduce citizen size, and through the clearinghouse proposal that FAIA has been extremely involved in from its origins. We're going to give you our idea of what the clearinghouse means and why it should be done the way that we believe it should in order to benefit independent agents. Affordable Care Act and its implementation here in Tallahassee. Probably the biggest part of that we are concerned with and we're advocating for is the regulation of navigators. These are those folks that are set up in the Affordable Care Act to help enroll people in the exchanges, and we believe that there should be significant regulation placed on those folks, just as there are you, a licensed agent, in order to protect consumers. There are many other issues, work comp, uninsured motorist, and other auto issues, but we will give you all of that detail in the issues briefing the first afternoon that you arrive. And you can find all of those things, 300 worders, the position papers, on our website as well. So I would encourage you to go and look at the bill tracking chart, check out the 300 worders, and familiarize yourself with some of those things. But we will provide you plenty of detail once you get here.
And just a brief rundown of the schedule that you can expect once you arrive in Tallahassee. On Tuesday, March 19th, when you arrive at the Hotel Duval, you are able to register as early as 1 p.m. The issues briefing begins at 3, and it'll last a couple hours at the most. Then we'll be taking some buses over to Goodwood, where we're having our dinner that night. The buses load at about 6:30, I believe, and the dinner's from around 7 to 9. And if you haven't been here before, you're in for a treat. We've got some great food, and we've got adult beverages, and it's really just a good time, a good party where you can talk to your fellow agents and some legislators, hopefully, that we've invited several, more than several, and usually we have a handful that attend. So it'll be a great event that night.
Yeah, if for nothing else, come for the dinner. It's fantastic. The next morning, we'll get back together at the Hotel Duval bright and early, 7:30, and we'll have a breakfast. It's our pleasure to announce to you all today that Speaker Will Weatherford has agreed to be our guest speaker. I think it'll be a real treat for you all who have not had the opportunity to hear from the Speaker of the House. He's a young guy, but incredibly talented and has a bright future ahead of him. He's going to talk a little bit about insurance issues and where he sees some of the major issues going this session. And then he's also going to talk about some of his priorities, which are education and ethics and elections reform. So I think you all are in for a real treat that morning hearing from the Speaker before departing to the Capitol to go have meetings on the Hill with your legislators. And after Will's done speaking, we'll give you all of the detail that you need. We'll break you up into groups by geographic region. Those of you who are new will be with folks that have done this before. No reason to be concerned or worried about going and meeting with your legislators. We'll make it as easy as possible on you, and then we'll have hopefully a full day of productive meetings on the Hill, and which will lead to good outcomes during this legislative session, and we couldn't do it without you all.
Yes, thanks again for agreeing to participate in FAI's legislative fly-in, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks so much.